Right, good morning, welcome back. We made our way to Kuroshio near Shimanto City, so coastal Kochi. And first of all, I'm going to look across the water here. There's a shrine just across the way. So I have my 140mm on. I'm going to get it to like f8 probably. It's not the best conditions today. I wish it was a little bit better. Quite overcast, but at least it's not raining so far. But yeah, I'm just going to stand up on this ledge, get a shot of this shrine. Just get one more through this foliage instead of having a fence in the way. I just made my way to the campsite for tonight, and yeah, it just started raining a second ago. Not the best conditions for it, but it's a nice little area. Again, reminding me of France a little bit with the pine trees. But I'm just going to walk up this road, try and get a few pictures. There's not too much to focus on. There's a few small areas, but mostly very residential and quite personal, so I don't really want to take too many pictures around that. But the sun's going down a little bit now. There's a bit of a haze across the way, so I'm going to get up to my right here where there's a bridge and try and get a few pictures. But yeah, it'll be a good little night. I think tomorrow will be nice if I can get some pictures in the morning at sunrise. But I'm not too sure if I'll be able to do that. But for now, yeah, we're just gonna come up here and see what this bridge is saying. It's pretty nice. Nothing like too special. You can get a decent shot. The light's hitting it fairly nicely right now. But yeah, the sun's to my left, so it's hitting the bridge fairly well. There's a few buildings in the background as well, but yeah, I really thought I could do better on this trip with photo opportunity, but turns out there's not too much here. There is that one shrine at the water's front, which I started this video at, which I'd like to get closer to, but I think it's fairly blocked off by a little port. Yeah, you got the sun in front of me now. I'm coming across the bridge. There's two, one for walking and yeah, one for cars. I can see a heron in front of me now. Try and get that flying across, but I don't really have the best lens for it. If I can get the bridge in shot as well, maybe catching it in the middle. And then yeah, you can see the sea off that way. We're gonna go into the water soon. And then yeah, tomorrow I think it'd be good catching sunrise over in this direction if I just got onto the beach, so that's probably the main focus. A very popular surfing spot over here. Does it really nice in the sun with it going down that way, but we've got a few more hours until sunset. There's a few crows sitting on this part of the bridge. Maybe that's worth getting a shot. It's kind of a bit artistic, you know, just with some wires if you stand in the middle. Oh, they all flew away. Really good for camping, fishing and surfing, but yeah, there's not too much about. There is Shimanto City, which is like a 15-minute drive, but this is the main area that we're staying at. Quite a few people just on a little trip, and yeah, maybe you might have a lens here. It would be pretty good to capture towards the water and towards the beach, but I do not have that right now, so working with what I got. There's a nice reflection of the clouds and the trees in the water. Down this direction though, there's basically a cafe, which I'll put in the description. It's really, really nice. Just over in this direction. It's fairly new, but 1 year ago in Kochi City, I went to a coffee festival and I ended up buying some of their beans, coffee beans. And yeah, I went here today and I thought I recognized the branding and the guy at the shop, and it turns out, yeah, I've actually been and bought stuff from them at this festival, so that was pretty fun. And yeah, it's nice to come back. I bought a mug off them today, which I wasn't going to spend any money really, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun, get something from here. Normally I buy new stuff from like each prefecture that I go to, but yeah, I ended up buying something here, even though it's in Kochi, which obviously I've been to before and live in. But so yeah, right now I can get some more shots that are a little bit more focused in on something small. So I'm just going to shoot on these leaves that are getting some light in front of me. like I said before, I'm trying to get some shots that focus more on some like smaller subjects. This lens, you probably want something that's more of a like 200mm, 300mm, and you stand further back and zoom in on it rather than get super close with this, because it does struggle focusing on certain things when you're getting too close to it. There's not too much to shoot down this direction. So yeah, and then if I look across this way, the sun is so bright that if I want to get it at the right exposure, you're gonna have to sit on like f9 or 10 or get the shutter speed really high. But at that point, everything else in the foreground gets super dark, so you're gonna have to do something with it post when I'm editing on my iPad. There are a load of birds sitting in the water, so if I come across to the bridge now on the side that the cars are coming, I can probably get a decent shot looking at those. I can't really get low to the water, but I can still shoot down on them. And yeah, it might be worth getting it more of a darker shot and having the birds seem more like shadows and black. It's funny that I'm probably shot like 10 minutes right now, even though I'm actually waffling and there's like nothing to this footage. Yeah, there's so many birds just sitting in the water. I think, yeah, having it more dark where the sun and having all this foliage in the foreground is decent, and then getting one that's just focusing really on the birds. You've got heron flying across. See, now that heron has scared away most of the birds that were right here. It'd be definitely good to have my 200mm, 300mm, so I can get some shots of like one or two rather than all of them. That's not how it's worked out. Definitely gonna have to do a lot with this on editing. Yeah, not too good to be honest. We're gonna end it off here. I don't know whether I'll get any more footage today or whether tomorrow morning is the main thing, but yeah, I really thought I'd be able to get quite a lot of this coastal area, but the weather is not too good for looking out into the ocean. It's very overcast and hazy, and yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow the sunrise might be worth the pictures, and I'll catch back up when I have anything better. Yeah, so we'll see.